All right. Well, good morning, Ulrich. Good morning, Jake. Jake, thank you for the lurk. I really do appreciate it. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I appreciate it, sir. I hope you have a good lurk. Yeah, hello, Jake. Hello, Ulrich. Hello, everybody else. Soul Commodore here, back at you again, working on this piece once more. We're going to be doing some garage painting today. Hey, Zell. Oh, we're never going halfway live. You wouldn't want to see me halfway live. That would be a disaster. No one's ready for that. I should do a dance when I sing that. Well, maybe one day. Am I glitching this? Yes. Eventually we will be glitching this. I just have to finish the base painting first. It won't be actually a widespread glitch. It's going to be concentrated to one area. But yeah, welcome in everybody. I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. Zell, I hope you're feeling better. Ulrich, I hope you're feeling okay. And Jake, I hope you're doing well as well, of course. And everybody else in who's watching, I hope you all are doing well. And Ulrich, yes, indeed, you were first. And I hope that your salmon turns out well, Ulrich. I am, thank you. Good. So, today, what we're going to start with actually is sort of detailing this garage. Because that's going to be the most intensive thing. Because a lot of this is going to be covered by tree. A lot of this area of the garage is going to be covered by tree. But this is all going to be wide open. So I really want to nail down this. And then we'll move to the shingles. And then, you know. Still sick? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're able to kick this soon. Yeah, so let me bring y'all in closer. Yeah, so that's the plan for today. And the video is called Teenage Memories. I will say this now, because Jake is in the chat. He's lurking, but he's in the chat. This stream is called Teenage Memories because we're painting a garage. And one of my formative memories as a teenager was helping my buddy Jake paint his mom's garage. We had never painted a garage before. And this was kind of the moment, like I was friends with Jake, but this is kind of the moment that I knew, like, okay, because you have those friends where like, okay, no matter what happens, like, we're going to be friends for life, right? And this was that moment for me. We're painting his mom's garage, and I think we had started painting it without putting primer on. We didn't put the primer on first. And so Jake was like, oh man, like, we screwed up so bad. And I was like, well, I mean, everybody makes mistakes, man. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, look at Chernobyl. And Jake wasn't expecting that response, and he laughed. He laughed quite a bit. We had to stop painting for a little bit. So that was the moment I knew. Okay, yeah, this dude gets my sense of humor. This dude's all right, you know. So this will be the second time since then that I will be painting a garage, except it's going to be it's a fake garage this time, on canvas, not an actual garage. Hey, Angel, I'm glad you think it's coming along well. Thank you. I will let you all look at this real quick. I just realized that I forgot a very important tool because of the level of this. I mean, of course I could raise it higher on the wall, but because of the level of where this house is, I need to go grab a chair, so that I don't, I'm not just kneeling the entire time, because that's rough on my knees. And I'm already a big ball of hurt because I went to the gym last night and the night before. So I'm sore. So I don't want my knees to be any more sore than they already are. So I will be right back. I'm not going to put up the be right back screen because I'll be gone for like 30 seconds. And I'm going to go grab a chair, and then we'll get started. So hang tight, everybody. I've returned. And I've got my ratty old university chair. Right here. I'm surprised it still works. I mean, I guess it is a chair, but I'm surprised that it's still, like, it's not bad. It's perfect for something like this. Okay. So we're going to get our paints together. Okay, where's my yellow? There it is. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a good day so far today. Again, because of the aforementioned trip to the gym last night, I slept in quite a bit this morning. Actually, with this, you can see my ceiling there. Would this angle be better? This angle might be better. Yeah. Yeah, that's a better angle. So yeah, we probably won't get the house done today. Remember, kids, never open tubes of paint with your mouth. Woke up and cleaned the house. Nice, nice. That's a very productive Sunday morning. I remember growing up, you could always tell what day it was in our house, because on Saturday mornings, trying not to get the Sunday scaries. I think I know what those are. I think I can relate. But when I was a kid, the day for my parents to clean the house was always Saturday morning. So you'd wake up Saturday morning and you would just smell like soap. Like you would smell Pledge, you would smell Old English, you would smell Pine Sol. It's like, oh, our parents are up and cleaning the house. And most of the time we would go and help them. But every once and again you stayed in bed a little bit longer so that you didn't have to parents blasting music. They did blast music while they were cleaning. For sure. Which makes sense because I don't blast music here when I clean, just because we have upstairs neighbors. Because we live in a basement apartment. So I don't want to disturb them, but I usually do have my headphones in and either listening to music or podcasts when I'm cleaning. What is Old English? Over here it's a brand of cider. Oh, so Old English here is a wood polish that I think smells really good. Some people disagree, but your dad would be blasting old school R&B. Yeah, same here. Like my parents would blast old school R&B, and like different black gospel artists like BB and CC and the Winans and Commission, Fred Ham, and all that kind of stuff. Your dad was addicted to it. Wow. Yeah, no. Old English over here was wood polish. But yeah, Angel, it would definitely be old school R&B stuff that my parents like danced to when they were in high school. So yeah, it was a good time. Our house was usually full of music. Like either my parents would be playing music, or my siblings would be playing music, or like singing. I would be singing, or playing like blasting music, or playing an instrument of some kind. It was a very musical house. It wasn't great if you didn't want any noise. Because there was always that going on. Okay. So, Let's yeah, our house was not the house for peace and quiet. Especially when I was oh gosh, I don't know how old I would have been. I was still in elementary school. But we took in 3 of my cousins on my dad's side. You know, sort of like a foster care situation until the situation at home improved a bit. It turned out to be a little bit more than a temporary thing, but hey, you know, things kind of worked out. But yeah, we took in 3 of my cousins. So the house got very, very, very busy, very loud. And there were, with my parents, because my older brother, didn't live with us. Actually, my older brother, we didn't know he existed until I was 10 or so. But he lived with his mom. He was born before my parents were married. So yeah, none of us knew that he was my brother. Now I'm very glad that he's my brother. You know, I wish we lived a little closer because he and his wife have 4 kids, and I wish I could see my nieces and nephews more often. But anyway, that's a tangent. So with my 3 cousins, and then my younger brother, my younger sister, and me, and then my parents, there were 8 of us in that house, and there was 1 bathroom. So, you can imagine my delight when at 27 years old, I finally got my own apartment and got my own bathroom. Got my own bathroom. It was amazing. I was so happy. Okay, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for my reference picture. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just sitting here rambling. Okay, so we need to put some shadow under here. We need to lighten this up a bit. Well, we're going to do some stuff with that. It's all very geometric. Okay. So I'm gonna... A full house, a feeling like no other. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Well, most of the time it was nice. Sometimes you really had to go to the bathroom, but you couldn't. You had to wait. I'm not gonna lie, there were times where I had no choice but to go out to the backyard and, relieve myself there. Never number 2, always number 1. But it's just because, like, there was a line for the bathroom, basically, and it's like, no, I need to go. What painting is this in my series so far? Let me think. There's a good question. Let me, before we start painting here, let me check my Instagram. Because I think I've got at least some of them up there. Let's see. Not now. Switch accounts. Over to Timothy Jamar Art. Yeah, because this might be 10. This might be the 10th one. I'm not sure. But let's see. Let's check it out. Okay, my profile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 13, 14, 15. This is either 16 or 17, actually. Hey, Trip, good morning. How are you? How are you? You've always enjoyed peeing outside? It is kind of a freeing feeling, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. But yeah, Angel, this is either 16 or 17. There might be one that I'm missing. Some of them were completed before I started streaming, but I didn't think I had done that many paintings. Wow. I need to do some more drawings is what I need to do. To put some more drawings in this thing. Okay, let me go back to my reference image. There we go. All right. But yeah, Trip, how are you this evening? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so this is a bigger series than I thought it was. I've got some big plans for some of the pieces coming up after this one, too. I'm actually busy now, but leaving a lurk. Have fun. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming in, Trip. I do appreciate it. And you know what's coming. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thank you for the lurk, Trip. And yeah, I guess you do need to collect the points to do stuff with Jake. Which will be very interesting once you all get that together. Okay. Yeah, Trip, I hope you have a good day. A good night. Well, I guess night is part of the day, so still, I hope you have a good day. Alright. Now that's followed by a dark strip. Okay, so there's that. That's the stuff. Okay, so next this is going to be our next line of demarcation here, which is going to be a bit of a shadow, right? I'm asking questions that only I can answer. Naturally. I've always said that it's kind of cool that you all, I mean, it's cool for a lot of reasons that you all decide to spend your time with me and watch me paint. But one of the cooler reasons is because I tend to talk to myself a lot when I paint. So now I can talk to you all. Okay, there's that. That should be a little bit more muted, actually. So let's introduce some more gray in that. Same with well, no, the edge is fine, actually. It's funny how this music, for some reason, makes me nostalgic Even though, like, nothing that I'm getting nostalgic about, like the nostalgic feelings I have when I listen to this music, I didn't listen to this music during that time. You know, this music didn't even exist during that time, because, like, it gets me nostalgic about, like, university and stuff. And I don't really know why. I think I've talked about that before. I don't mind the feeling. It's just I kind of wish I knew why it was making me nostalgic for then. Given that I didn't really listen to lo-fi hip-hop when I was in school. It wasn't a thing that was on my radar. But who knows? The human mind is a funny thing. Okay, so we're going to repeat that process that we did to make these lines up here. Oh, you can't hear the music? Only slightly? Well, let me, yeah, I probably have to turn it up because, my heater's on, so... And the heater is loud. There. Oh, no, I just muted it. Hopefully that's better. And hopefully you can still hear my voice pretty good. My parents' music always had a big effect on me when I hear it, not the stuff I listen to later on. Fair. Fair. Oh, that is better? Good. Good. Okay. So yeah, this process here that we did to make this line we're going to do here is still quite subtle, doesn't interfere with your voice at all. Oh, good. 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 Oh, I did that thing again. That's not where I wanted it. I have this on loop, so sometimes it loops back to like a part of the video that like I had previously clicked, but it'll be like in the middle of a song. So there it is. Oh, so art-wise, I had two bits of good news this week. As I mentioned, we didn't have a stream on Thursday, past Thursday, because I was going to an artist talk of a curator friend of mine, the same curator who I'm planning on having a studio visit with, so we can come look at all this stuff that I'm working on. And the first bit of good news was that he remembered about the studio visit, because we were supposed to do that studio visit back in January, but then with COVID and everything, it started shutting everything down, so we had to postpone it. But he still remembered, which made me feel good. And secondly, I found out just yesterday that I sold a print, which also makes me feel good. Someone bought a print of my piece, The Sundown, which is one of my favorites out of this series, I must say. So I put in the specs to the people who are printing the stuff. Thank you. But yeah, I sent the specs and everything to the printing company yesterday because I don't have the facilities to print my own stuff, unfortunately. Maybe one day. But as of right now, I don't. So I put in all that stuff yesterday. So hopefully they'll get it by next weekend. That's my hope, at least. Because this printing place is actually pretty quick to get back to you with stuff, which is very nice. But yeah, it feels good when people are willing to invest money in the stuff that you're doing. You know, because a lot of artists, and a lot of people who aren't artists, obviously, but a lot of artists, myself included, have a lot of self-doubt about the work that they're doing. You know, like, this is the first series that I've worked on where I've kind of actually had a switch where I kind of like everything that I've been doing. I've kind of liked how everything has turned out. Which is a first for me. That usually doesn't happen. So, to have someone else come in and say, like, oh yeah, like, I want some of this, you know. Do I ever sell originals? I definitely have originals for sale. Yeah, just about every original that I have is for sale. But most of the time people want commissions, which is perfectly fine. I'm more than happy to do commissions. But I've only sold like a handful of originals over the years, which is fine. That's there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just, again, happy that someone has taken an interest enough to be like, hey, I want that, you know. But yeah, I definitely sell originals. There's nothing that I have that's like super precious to me that's not already like a commission, right? Well, thank you, Ulrich. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But to that point, like my last series that I was putting together, like at some point I'm going to actually repaint all of those paintings in that series because I haven't I put it together like just before the pandemic hit, and I was planning on like showing it somewhere. I don't know where, but I was planning on like renting a space and showing it. And now with the blessing of time, I look at that series now and it's like, actually, I don't really like any of this. So I'm gonna like repaint it. The pieces didn't, well, not all of them. Some of the pieces didn't really capture what I was going for at the time, even though I thought they had. But they really didn't, in hindsight. So, you know. But I appreciate you saying that. I'd love to see your art in person. I don't suppose you'll ever show here. Well, you never know. You never know. Soul Commodore might go international. Hey, I will send my art anywhere where someone wants to display it, basically. As long as it doesn't cost me too much. But then again, that cost might be worth it at the end of the day. You know? Yeah, if a gallery overseas is like, hey, we would like to display your work, I'd be like, all right, let me figure out how much shipping's going to be. There's a small gallery in your town? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I sometimes like small galleries, actually. When I was in school, we visited some artist-run galleries, which are like small little galleries that are commercial galleries, but artist-run. So it's basically like facilitated through the artists themselves. And those were my favorite of the bunch. There was one we walked into where the dude's piece. There was one piece in the gallery, and it was like this little like cardboard house thing that this dude built that you could walk through. Just took up almost the entire space of the gallery. You don't know them, though? Well, that's all right. This song's got me feeling kind of nostalgic. Again, I don't know why, because I was not listening to this when I was in... This music didn't exist when I was in school, but it's got me thinking of university. Actually, we went to go visit my girlfriend's brother and his girlfriend, who she's in her final year at Western University. It was weird being back in town, because I would go to London, Ontario every once and again, because like my younger brother lives there and all that kind of stuff, but like I hadn't been on campus in a while, and I hadn't been around campus in a while. And it was like, man, I feel old and yet also like transported back to this time in my life that was very, very formative, I changed a lot when I was in university. Really came out of my shell a little bit. I didn't really start coming out of my shell totally until like I've talked about this before, until after my mom died. And I realized that all these anxieties that I have really don't matter at all. They really don't. But university was kind of the start of that, like meeting other people and seeing that people outside of my little insular community that I had in my hometown, like my friends and everything, like there are these people who are more or less strangers to me who like who I am. So that's got to count for something, So that was kind of the start of me gaining some semblance of confidence. But for a long time, I was a very insecure person. Sometimes you think about that when you've had like a major change in your personality like that, where you're not insecure anymore. And you start thinking to like, man, I can't believe I was like that. Like, what's wrong with me? But then that part of your life is also very important, because it's something to grow from, right? I suppose meeting new people can allow you to see yourself in other ways other than you're used to. Exactly. People who have known you for years can sometimes stop you from changing too. Most definitely. Because change is scary, Both within and outside yourself. Because from within, it's like, well, I don't want to change too much, because what if everyone stops liking who I am, right? You kind of get comfortable with who you are when you're around the same people all the time, and can stop you from growing, can stop you from improving, and hold you back. That can happen. Sometimes you're with a group where everybody moves forward together. I find myself acting in certain ways with one person in particular just because that's how I was years ago. Yeah, I find that happens too. Like if I see like some when I see some not all my high school friends, but there are some who are more acquaintances than friends. But if I see them, you have this impulse to like revert back to who you were when you last saw them, right? Which would have been high school. But it's like, no, I'm not that person anymore. So I definitely feel you there, Ulrich. Most definitely. Okay. So we've got another stripe there. And now we get to go underneath it and paint some more darkness, because this is all in shadow. You're going to prepare dinner so you'll be in and out for a while? Well, no problem, no problem. I hope you have fun making the salmon. I hope it turns out tasty. Salmon is tasty. And I appreciate you coming in and chatting with me for a little bit. But yeah, it's funny, like, I look at the way that I've changed over the years. And like my girlfriend has said before, it's like, not so much that she wishes she met me when I was in university, but like, it's like, I've kind of sometimes put down my university self, because I didn't really like myself when I was in university. And even now, like, I look back and it's like, yeah, I don't really like the person that I was. And she'll be like, well, I'm sure you were fine. Like, all these people from university like you. And it's like, well, I mean, it's because I'm going to say the core of myself hasn't changed, but a lot of the periphery has, for the better. So the core of myself is what, like, attracted my friends from university, because they could see the kind of person I was deep down, which I'm thankful for. But the me on the periphery wasn't a great person. I needed to do better. Okay, so now we need to add a few like dark highlights. They're actually shadows. Just over here in the corner. And a shadow underneath this facing. Oh, there was still blue paint there that was not dried out yet. Interesting. Huh. Hey, Barnsdale, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you like what you see. I hope you're having a good day. This is probably the wrong brush to be using at this point, because I could go with that larger brush, but whatever. We'll just go with this for now. Because this is all going to get blended down anyway. I'm going to have to clean up that line, but that's fine. That's no problem. Everything is fixable. We'll actually fix that now before we move on to the next step. There we go. Okay, let's switch brushes over here. And then we're going to start blending this down into the actual face of the garage. You brought me into the kitchen on your phone. I'm sitting on top of the Marmite. Nice. Nice. What does Marmite taste like? Because I've heard that, I've never tasted Vegemite, but I've kind of heard what Vegemite tastes like. But Marmite, I'm not sure. What's that like? Okay, now let's start, like I said, let's start blending this down. You think they're the same? Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So that's not going to stay that dark by any means. I just kind of wanted to lay a baseline of where this separation was with the door and the adjoining wall. Nice. Okay. Sorry, that blending just went really, really well. It blended really nicely. Because I was worried the paint might have been a little bit too dry to blend it the way I wanted it. But it ended up fine. Okay, let me get another brush. Kind of bring this home, bring this all together. I can't believe we've spent almost an hour on this garage door. But, hey. Things take time, you know? This painting as a whole actually has taken a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but that's fine, you know? It means that we're onto something and I don't want to rush through it and mess it up, you know? That's half the trouble with creating artwork. you don't want to rush it and mess everything up. But at the same time, you get excited by what you're seeing on the canvas or the paper or whatever medium you happen to be working with. And then you end up rushing just out of excitement. And it's like, no, hold back. Let's make sure that everything's shored up and that everything's actually looking okay. But this door is coming along nicely. Okay. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. So now we actually just have the body of the door, which we're going to need our other brush here for that. It's noon. I don't know about where you guys are, but I know it finally started warming up around my area. Finally. Because I'm at the point now where, like, I love winter and I love cold weather. But I'm kind of, at this point, I'm kind of over it. To be perfectly honest, I'm kind of over it. Okay, so this, I want to make sure that's still kind of tacky. It's spring here? Fair. Yeah, I guess technically, because I forget whether spring this year is on the 20th or the 21st. But yeah, no, it's, technically it'll be spring, I think, tomorrow for where I'm at, if it's not today. But we've had a lot of wintry weather as of late, but it's finally starting to, like, it's finally starting to get warmer. And all the snow's starting to melt. Which is just, it's about time. I might need a smaller brush, actually, for this particular part. That won't do. That won't do. Neither will that. Neither will those. No. We'll use the small one. Your magnolia tree is in full bloom. Very nice. Very nice. So it hasn't gone to full bloom before? So that's extra special. Very beautiful. Yeah, magnolia trees are nice. Magnolias are nice. Magnolia is a good movie. I don't hear many people talk about that movie, but it's a good movie. Oh, you moved in last July. Nice, nice. Well, that's fair enough then. Yeah, that must be a nice sight to see every day. Most definitely. Oh, that's a little too dark. I think we'll end up with 3 rows of these. Ulrich, I don't know the circumstances of your move. I hope they were good circumstances for moving. But I do know that good call on moving in July. The last times that I moved, they were both like in winter, like November, December. I can't remember what Magnolia is about. I'm sure I've seen it. I forget stuff a lot. That's fair enough. It's basically about... there's not really a central plot point because it's like a bunch of people's different stories that all kind of intertwine together. By the end of the film, they all kind of intersect. But there's multiple storylines. Not really. I was living on a lovely boat and got my bad health news, so I needed to move on to land. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'm just glad that you were able to move when it's nicer weather out. We have a friend who, her mom lives on a boat. Just across the bay from where we live, actually. I miss it a lot. We'll see how things go. Well, yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to move on to a boat. Definitely. I'll be honest, I'm not sure that living on a boat is for me. My girlfriend could live on a boat, no problem. Amazing how real your painting looks on a small screen. I expect it's similar if you stand back from it. Well, thank you. Yeah, I hope it has that same effect when people stand back from it. Did I do that right? I'm not sure I did. Oh well. We'll just roll with it. That's what we do. This part was going to be the hardest part of the garage. I knew that going in. Getting the shading right on these little indents. If that doesn't turn out right, I'm just going to do one of those garage doors where it's just like slats instead. But we'll continue pressing on, just in case. Because you never know, it might end up turning out. You don't want to give up on stuff too quickly. Well, that definitely wasn't the way. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna paint over that and then just do slats on the garage. I'm not too happy with how that turned out, but that's all right. That happens. So we'll just paint over it. The nice thing about acrylic is that this is already dry, so very, very easy to paint over. It's just a matter of color matching what's behind it. Okay. So let's see how that looks. A little bit lighter. Yeah, that's better. One thing about painting and any sort of art making is that you can't be afraid to screw something up. If you do, it's not the end of the world. It's fixable. There's some mediums that are a little bit easier to fix than others. Like, for instance, charcoal. You kind of have to work around the mistake more so than out and out fix the mistake. But it's still doable. Just because charcoal is very hard to erase, you know. Whereas something with, like, you know, this, you can just paint right over it. You know. Watercolor is another one that's, at least in my experience, is a little bit harder to fix than other mediums. But that's okay. That's part of where the fun comes in. There can be something kind of fun about ooh, I messed that up and I can't really fix it, so how do I work with it? So I guess we're just gonna repaint this door, I guess. I wasn't planning on repainting the whole thing, but it seems to be going that way. That's okay. So let's blend this some more. Ooh. By the time we're done, this this rendition of a garage door might have more paint on it than actual garage doors do. Just watched the Magnolia trailer. Philip Seymour Hoffman is such a loss. Wasn't that? Yeah. He was incredible. Absolutely incredible. In such range, you know? Because he can go from his character in Magnolia to playing Truman Capote to playing the closeted... his closeted character in Boogie Nights, you know? And pulling that off. And then just as convincingly he can play the character Dusty in in Twister, who's kind of like a stoner dude, but he played it perfect. Speaking of Twister and losses, like Bill Paxton was a huge loss as well. He sometimes gets memed, but I really liked him as an actor. Watched him recently in The Master. Yeah, he's really good in that too. He's like scary good in that. Which I guess is kind of the point of The Master. Okay, so we'll let that dry for a second. And while we're letting that dry, we're going to do a little something up here. But yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman was amazing. Okay, we're gonna go get our tiny brush again. Make a nice light gray. Need a little bit more white. So we're going to gray that out a little bit, just a little bit. Did I ever watch Vanilla Sky? Can't help but draw comparisons to current reality. I saw Vanilla Sky years ago, so I don't quite remember the plot, but because it's a sci-fi movie, right? And it's Tom Cruise. It's worth a rewatch. Oh yeah, Tom. Yeah, sci-fi with Tom. I won't say it again, so you can. I won't say any more, so you can watch it again. Tom Cruise. Okay, yeah. I'll have to give that a rewatch. Because yeah, last time I saw that was ages ago. So I'll definitely have to rewatch it. Okay, let's not get too loose with this. Let's keep it consistent.
kind of rushed through this last one. Speaking of Tom Cruise, because, you know, he was married to her for a little while. I wonder what Nicole Kidman's up to lately. I always liked Nicole Kidman. Having Botox. Ooh, it's cold. Sorry, I was actually having a convo about Botox earlier, and Kidman was one of the pictures that came up in the search. Ah, fair. No, that's all right. That's all right. Hey. I don't begrudge anybody doing any sort of like plastic surgery procedure like that. I just wish they didn't feel like they had to, you know? But if they want to, I mean, hey, more power to you. You just hope that it's coming from a healthy place and not like on the level of like Michael Jackson, you know? And not on the level of like, I need to keep looking youthful, otherwise like I'm not going to get any more work. It's a symptom of our society, sadly. Your sister's friend was having Botox before she was 30. Yeah, like that's a shame. That you feel like you need to do that. Unfortunately, societally, like, I am in a privileged position because I'm a man. Like, there's not really any side effects of me being older, right? Like, I don't have to worry about being seen as, like, less desirable, less attractive, and worth less, you know? Like a lot of women face when they become older. which that's the root of all this is that society starts to devalue women when they aren't seen as young and attractive anymore, which shouldn't be how it goes. Okay, I think that's looking okay. If this turns out to be a mistake too, I'll just paint over it as well. Oh, excuse the yawn there. My fatigue from the gym last night is starting to kick in. Good afternoon, Blue Bubble. How are you? How are you? Any word on your portfolio yet? But I hope you do well. We're just here painting a garage. Nothing too fancy. You're really proud of what you submitted, though? That's good. That's good. That's half the battle. And having seen your work, you should be proud. You know, you do pretty stellar stuff. Yeah, you definitely should be proud of the work you've been doing. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, I mean it. Okay, so now we just got to put in some shadow. I'm still not 100% sure that I'm keeping this element of the garage, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably think on it for a day or two and then decide afterwards. Oh, well. Can't be doing that. These little skinny brushes, I definitely need better, I need to go buy better brushes. I've been saying that, but I think the time has finally come. If you'd like to put up a donation link, I'd happily contribute to your brush fund. I'm not that keen on subs, as half the money goes to Amazon. Well, I appreciate that. I do have a brush budget. It's just a matter of me actually physically going out and buying the brushes. I just haven't done that yet. But I do appreciate that, Ulrich. I do appreciate that. But yes, I do have the money set aside to go buy new brushes. It's just a matter of actually getting off my ass and going to get them. That's been kind of the issue. Now, if you want to donate to for me to hire somebody to stop me from procrastinating on things, you know. But no, seriously, I do appreciate it wholeheartedly. This is looking decent, but I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. It might be one of those things where I just need to repaint it over and over again the next time that we're together. Because like it looks okay, but take a look at it from a distance. Let me just come across the room here, see how this looks from afar. It doesn't look too bad from back here, but
there's some things I could change. Like just to touch it up a little more. But that'll be for another time. What I'm going to do now, even though like we're pretty late in the stream, is I'm going to just take a quick couple of minutes just to stretch my legs because I've been sitting for a while. So yeah, we're just going to take just a couple of minutes stretch. So I can get some water, and then we'll be back. So everybody, stay tuned, and be right back. All right, and we're back. Thank you for your excuse me. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Let me just go back to my what do you call it? Reference image. There we go. But yeah, welcome back. Let's continue on for the last 15 minutes or so. We're going to paint in the slats for this garage door. So first things first is I'm just going to take some darker paint and sort of like space them out over on this edge. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get 4 in here, which works.
So I'm going to grab my straight edge. I'm just going to put in the rudimentary line, just like so. And now we'll do the next one. Cool. Now we'll do the next one. Making sure to make the angle a little bit wider with every slat, so that we keep it in perspective. All right, and one more. Yeah, because if we kept these lines completely parallel with this top line, it would look off. It would look like if everything was parallel, it wouldn't be the right perspective, and it would look very flat and not very realistic. Which we learned way back when we were doing our skyscraper piece. Because I forgot to make the angle wider on some of the perspective for some of those balconies on some of those apartments, and then had to redo them because it just didn't look right. So we're not going to make the same mistake again, because I forgot to take the perspective into account. There we go. You like that piece? Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I liked it too. It was that was fun to work on. That was fun to work on. Also, because we have just a couple of minutes left, if any of you wonderful people have any artist friends or anything that you notice are streaming right now, feel free to basically whoever drops a name first, we'll go raid them, because none of my art people are streaming right now. So if any of you have anybody that you really like and want to shout out, we'll go raid them when the time comes. Otherwise, we'll go looking for someone new. Unless one of the people that I watch, if we don't find anybody just here amongst the chat, if one of my people that I follow show up, then we'll go raid them. But as of right now, nobody that I follow is streaming. So now we're just going to fill this in just a little bit. And this doesn't have to be the most even line in the world. These don't have to be the most even lines in the world. But yeah, that was a fun piece to work on. It made me wonder. It made you wonder what was going on behind the windows. Ah, good, good. I wanted people to kind of feel that way when they looked at it. So that's good. That's good. That makes it a successful piece in my eyes. Because that's definitely one of the elements I was trying to get across. It's like, what's going on up there? Oops. I said at the time I thought someone was having an argument in that one flat. Fair. Yes. Yes, I remember that. And you could very well be right. That might have been exactly what was going on up there. Oh, you don't have to correct flat. I know what you mean. They're still there, locked in time. Yeah, just an eternal argument that will never be resolved. Probably over something stupid, too. Do you say flat over there then? No, we say apartment in Canada, but like Jake from the Woods, you know, my friend Jake from the Woods, like he lives in Scotland now, but he's gotten accustomed to saying flat instead of apartment, you know, and I've seen enough like British television and all that to know that like when they say flat that they mean apartment. So. Yep. I just know of that terminology. So it doesn't throw me off when people say flat instead of apartment. I pick up what they're putting down. Flat is actually a nicer term because it doesn't take as long to say as apartment does. Scotland does look lovely. One day I'll go and visit Jake and his wife over there. Like, bring my girlfriend and take a nice little vacation over there. Okay, so these slats are done. So with that, I think we'll take a final tour around the piece, and then we'll go find somebody to raid. Because it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise... It is about that time. So, let's take a little tour. So, this has remained unchanged. We haven't touched the clouds at all since we finished them. But this garage is all brand new. So, we've got the nice shading on it. You know, that's all looking lovely. This area I particularly like how that turned out. Same with this here. I'm going to probably just retool this a little bit. Just a little bit. But this is all nice with the slats and everything. We're getting very close to painting in this tree again. So we're getting very close to that. And then over here, I got to straighten out this line because it's not in perspective, which has been bugging me. But that'll be next time. So with that, I think we'll back the camera out a little bit. Angle it up a little more, and then I'll come over here and we'll set up a raid. Okay. I should probably clean out behind there. Okay. Let's see. Have any of my art friends logged on in the last little bit? Nah, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. So. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what's going on here. Who's doing what? What is this? Let's see. What is this person up to? Okay, that is a contender. What about this person? God, I really like this song. I really love this song. It's so good. It's so good. All right, we just got to wait through an ad, and then we'll see what this person's up to. Ooh, that's nice. That looks very nice. Okay. All right, this might come down to a toss-up. So, let's see. Do I have a coin or anything? I have an SD card. So, that's heads. That's tails, and this will determine who we raid. All right. That settles it. Okay, we're gonna go raid Dark Photon Studio, who is currently painting creepy stuff and sometimes cats. Which I like that. I like that. So, let's raid channel. Hey, Redria, how are you? How are you? Also, thanks for the stream, Soul Commodore. See you next Sunday. Yeah, hopefully. And yeah, I hope you have a good week. I hope you have a good week, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Redria, welcome in. We're just coming in at the very end, but I'll show you what we did today. You're having a day, but lunch is helping? Well, I'm sorry that you're having a day, but I'm glad that your lunch is good. I'll show you what we did today real quick, just before we go raid. So we worked a lot on this garage. We made some mistakes, and then fixed those mistakes. This here I might straighten up next time we're together. Because I kind of like how it looks, but some of these are a little off, so I'm just gonna like clean that up next time we're together. And these slats, I'm probably not gonna touch the garage door again, because I like how this has turned out. But who knows? Who knows? Well, I'm glad you feel that it's coming together. Okay. So as I was saying, we're gonna go raid someone by the name of Dark Photon Studio, who's painting creepy stuff and also sometimes cats. So we will do that. We'll make a new friend, because none of my art friends are currently streaming. So we will do that. Also, they've only got one viewer right now, so let's go say hello. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for coming out once again. I really do appreciate it, as always. So the next stream, we're going to be working on this piece tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So in the evening for me. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week. If you can't join us this week, because yeah, the streams will be Monday, and then Wednesday will be more Breath of the Wild at 6 p.m. Thursday will be more art, and then Saturday morning at 9 a.m. will be more Breath of the Wild. So yeah, with that, let's go say hello to Dark Photon Studio, and yeah, let's just all be our nice friendly selves, shall we? All right. Take it easy, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you soon. I need to come up with a better way to close these out, but whatever. Bye.